Honey, can you pick me up from work? Jinya called her husband, hoping that after a hard day's work, she would not have to spend 40 minutes in the bus. I'm busy, the man answered briefly. In the background, she could clearly hear the TV, which meant Artem was home. The girl was hurt to tears. The marriage was bursting at the seams, and yet 6 months ago, the man was ready to carry her in his arms. What had changed in this short time? Jinya did not know. She takes care of her figure, spending a decent amount of time in the gym. She cooks terrific, she works in a popular restaurant for a reason. She never asked for money, never threw tantrums, was ready to fulfill any wish of her husband. He will get sick of you so quickly. My mother shook her head, listening to Jinya's complaints. You cannot indulge in everything a man. I just love him, she smiled helplessly in response. And he loves me, I'm still boring him, she bit her lip, browsing through her browser history. It turns out that Artem spent all his free time on dating sites, communicating with several girls at once. Why couldn't you talk to me calmly? I would have understood and let me go. Why suffer living with a woman you don't love and torture her with your attitude? So divorce it is. Well, she's strong, she'll get over it. But she won't just let him go. He deserved a little revenge. That same evening, Jinya registered on the same website as her husband, found him, and wrote. She got her picture from the internet, photoshopped it a little, and was sure Artem would take the bait. And he did. A storm of correspondence ensued. In his messages, the man said that he was single, ready for a serious relationship and children. In many ways, he praised his wonderful character, which made the girl laugh until she cried. She knows very well how hard it is to fit in. Let's meet, wrote Jinya, and, holding her breath, waited for an answer. I'm all for it, the message came in a few seconds. But my sister is staying at my apartment temporarily, studying for the entrance exams. So let's stay on neutral ground and continue the evening at the hotel. Really? Jinya blurted out after reading it. What makes you so sure that a girl will immediately agree to go to a hotel with you? Any normal person would be offended by such a proposal. It's good for me, though. So why don't we meet at my place? I live in a cottage in the country, alone. No one will bother us, and you were wondering whether or not you'd say yes? What a great idea. Artem was clearly pleased. Probably because we don't have to spend any extra money. Write down the address and the time. I'll come on Wings of Love. 25th Street, 10 o'clock at night. Is that okay? Sure. Wait for me. At 9 o'clock, the man pretended to be urgently called to work. He could not find his car keys, and reluctantly asked his wife if she had seen the bundle. On the nightstand was lying. Jinya looked at her husband with honest eyes, while she herself was clutching the keys in her pocket. Maybe the cat took away? Okay, I'll call a cab. Don't wait up for me, go to bed. The girl didn't even think about waiting for him. Why should she? She spent the time getting her things together. She had her own apartment, which she had inherited from her grandmother. The only thing she left behind was a divorce application lying in the most prominent place. And Artem arrived home only in the morning, insanely angry. Not only did the one-way trip take more than an hour, but Angela from the site was not there either. The address was real, and so was the house. But it was not the model-looking girl from the pictures who lived there. The door was opened by a woman about 3 times his own size. She wore only a translucent robe, and the man would have given all his money just to forget the picture before him. In fact, he could barely keep away from that mad woman. Again, he had to call a cab just to get away from that place. The car had to wait for a very long time. Artem even managed to freeze in his jacket. And also the driver turned out to be strange, and first took him to who knows where. In general, it was a funny night. It was only when he got inside the apartment and saw the application on the table that he realized who was behind all this entertainment. There was lipstick written next to it on the table. "This sweet revenge."